Today I'm going to be counting down my top 5 Bibles for comfort and reading. And what I mean by that is if I'm doing an extended period of reading, or if I am needing some comfort, or I'm feeling anxious, or something of that nature, these are probably the 5 Bibles that I would come to. Now, I didn't include study Bibles in this video, even though I do use my study Bibles a lot, just because for this purpose that I'm talking about today, I probably wouldn't choose a study Bible necessarily. So the first one that I have here is the Abide Bible, and this is by Thomas Nelson. Mine is in the New English Translation, the NET. It's also available in the New King James Version as well. I do have reviews over these Bibles, which I will post below. So I'm just going to quickly go through and say why I like each one for this purpose. So the Abide Bible I like because when I'm feeling anxious or my brain's a little bit scattered, just kind of, going every direction, I like this one because of the prompts that are included with it. So for example, this contemplate prompt, there's a read part, there's meditate, pray, and then, excuse me, and then contemplate, and then later on here you see some others such as praying scripture. There's journaling prompts, and the journaling prompts include a section about preparing your heart, and then reflect and write. Another praying scripture prompt. So this just kind of gets you, or for me at least, gets me to slow down, focus, get my brain back where it needs to be, and help me get into my Bible on a deeper level. So I'll just read one of these. Let's see, I'll just pick a random one. Here. All right, I'll do the one in Nehemiah here. So here we have one praying scripture. It's Nehemiah 7:4-5. This chapter of Nehemiah says that the work of rebuilding Jerusalem's wall had been completed. Nevertheless, problems remained. The city was spacious, but it was underpopulated, and many houses had not been rebuilt. So God inspired Nehemiah to call a public assembly of the Jewish nobles. Together, they would consider how to repopulate the city. Have you ever asked God to give you an idea? God invented an entire universe, so perhaps he will give you ideas related to your profession just as he helped Nehemiah with his work in Jerusalem. Make a list of the challenges you face, and in prayer, submit each challenge to God. So that's why I like the Abide Bible, especially, like I said, if I'm feeling really scattered or anxious and need a little more to help me get focused in my Bible. All right, the next one on my list here is the Charles Stanley Life Principles Bible. This is also by Thomas Nelson. Mine is the New King James Version. It's also available in the KJV and the NIV, and possibly NASB as well. I can't remember, but I think so. Okay, so I like this one because there's a lot of application in this one. There's a lot of helpful articles, maps, timelines, charts, but it's not like totally overwhelming like some study Bibles are. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Like I said earlier in the video, it's just a time and a place. And when I'm wanting a Bible for extended reading, for comfort, for when I'm having anxiety, like that's just probably not what I would choose. So I like this one because it does offer you those notes, but it's just a little less. I also really enjoy listening to and reading material from Charles Stanley. I've always enjoyed his work. So this Bible has been a great comfort to me in several different times in my life. So you see there's a lot here, but it's not so much that it gets overwhelming or gets to be too much. All right, the next one on my list here is the ESV Heritage Bible, and this one's from Crossway. This is one I like for the reading experience. I'm sorry, I'm totally shaking the camera a lot as I move these around. Just noticed that when I looked over, so I apologize. I have the Horween leather cover. There are other covers available as well. I believe a black goat skin, and I'm not sure if there's Non-premium covers as well, probably. I'm not 100% on that though. But what I like about this one is that it is single column, which is a layout that I really like in my Bibles. It is line matched. The spacing between the lines is great. So even though it's only I think it's a 9.25 font, which isn't tiny by any means, but it's also not like super large print. But this layout just makes it really easy and enjoyable to read from. So this is one that I grab a lot, especially if I'm doing if I'm reading for a longer period of time. Okay, the next one is the ESV large print personal size, and this one's also from Crossway. I have the buffalo leather cover, but there's several options available in this cover as well, with this text block, I should say, as well. And what I like about this one is the nice 12-point font size, very easy to read. And I like the size. It's kind of a hand-sized Bible, so I like that as well. It's very portable, easy to carry along with you, easy to hold in your hand for long periods if you're reading. And I don't know what it is about this one, but I find myself going back to this one a lot. It's just one that I reach for quite often lately. Just like the feel of it in my hand, I guess, and just it's easy to read with the font size and the line matching. It is red letter, which if there's one thing I would change about it, it would be that. But it hasn't bothered me too much, and I still use it a lot. So it's pretty decent red letter. All right, and then finally, this is the New King James Version single column reference Bible, and this is from Thomas Nelson as well. So I don't know, like this is one of my favorites, and I don't have a really technical reason why it's my favorite, I guess. I like the feel of it, I like the size of it, and I love the layout, the bold print. It's just so easy to read. I think that's why I just keep going back to this one, because it is so easy on my eyes and it's so easy to read. I like the red accents, but yet it's a black letter text, which again is my preference. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really have any scientific, technical reasons why I like these Bibles, but this one is definitely really special, and I've been using this one a lot as I'm reading through the New King James Version this year. So this one is probably, I always hate to say favorite Bible, because I don't know, I kind of go back and forth between a couple with that, but this is definitely in my top 3, if not my top. So, another good one. So, if you noticed here, I had someone ask me in one of my other videos if the CSB is still my favorite translation. And yes, I do still really love the CSB. I haven't stopped loving that translation. I have just landed on some other Bibles right now that I'm really enjoying using. Plus, this year I'm doing a read through of the New King James Version, so that's what I've been reaching for a lot because of that as well. So that's why you haven't seen CSB come up as frequently. But yes, I still love the translation. Nothing has changed with that. I still use it quite frequently. I've had some other Bibles I've been using a little bit more just here recently. So I will put the description of all of these Bibles below. I would love to hear what's your favorite Bible for extended periods of reading, or if you're needing some comfort or just kind of refocus your mind. If it's any of these, or if you have one that you like even better than that. If you would, please, I'd also appreciate if you'd subscribe to the channel. I'm still really trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. We will get there. Appreciate everyone who has subscribed and watched the videos, and would love if you haven't subscribed, if you please would.